Hi everyone, it's Emma from Emma K Plans and welcome back to another video. In today's video I am going to be laying down the base for my A5 wide rewind spread for the week of September 20th through the 27th? 26th. I don't know if I'll be filming the day by day at this point, but I know I'll definitely be filming the base. So I will start off by talking through this bit, just running through the kit and the foil pairing and that sort of thing, and then I'll swap over to a voiceover for the rest. So as you can see, based on the thumbnail and everything else, the name of the kit and everything, I am using the Farmer's Market kit from Scribble Prints Co. So this was the March 2021 mystery, and I'll just zoom in a little bit. And it is probably, I'm just trying to think back, it's probably my favourite of the year, aside from January. I am obsessed with January. Aside from that, it's probably my favourite one that she's done of the season. I absolutely love it. However, I'm not going to go too much over it because I have kind of explained this to death, but I am really sad about the colours. I really feel like this could have been such a fun, vibrant, like look at the colours in this kit. It could have been so vibrant and, I don't know, great, and instead we get these weird neutral blues. So I am going to try and do my best to pull out the colours that I want in the spread, which I'll explain based on the foil bundle that I chose and also the extra colour in the kit. But there is going to be, unfortunately, a bit of blue in there. I'm not going to be able to get rid of it all because two of the colours are blue. So yeah, so this is the full boxes. Look how beautiful these are. I'm obsessed with the red contrasted against the like kind of olivey toned green. Like it's such a cool combination. I love the theme. It's just perfect for spring, so that's why I'm using it. I'll definitely be using this tall girl, although I wish the tall girl had the red hair just because I feel like that goes so well with the kit, but I can't say no to tall box, and also sunflowers are my favourite flower, so it just makes sense for me. You've got the deco, the glitter headers. You know what a Scribble Prints Co kit looks like. I don't need to explain it too in depth. Why can't I pick this up? The patterns. This bottom washi, which I honestly could not like any less if I tried. I really, before I started filming this, I sat down for a while and tried to work out how to not use it. And there was a Simply Gilded that I was considering pulling in, but the only issue is the foil bundle that I'm using, my favourite part of it is the bottom washi. So if I get rid of this and use Simply Gilded instead, I won't be able to use both of the foil overlays. So I think I've decided that the best way to do it is to just use it and just whack my favourite overlays over the top and hope that it kind of hides it. So that's my plan. I am then going to pull in as much of this brown colour as I can because I think this goes really well with the kit and I think it really will pop off the foil choice as well. I also love this blonde girl because she looks the most like me, but I don't want to pull in too many of the same girl that's also in the tall box. And then you also get this, which I've said before and it makes absolutely no sense, but this box always reminds me of the Twilight cover, which I know it's an apple and this is a tomato, like I fully know that. It just, every time I see it, I just think of Twilight. So, I don't know. And I'll definitely be pulling in this 15mm strip in this like light, it's like kind of cross between an olive and sage green, in my opinion. So that's the kit, and then I am pairing it with my favourite foil bundle of all time. So this is my favourite format and my favourite foil. So it is the Star format and it is in red glitter sparkle. So Just, you can't get a better foil bundle in my opinion than this one. It's just the cream of the crop. So this is the format. I just love it so much, honestly. So these are the two bottom washi strips that I just can't separate. I love them both equally. So yeah, that is what I'm really hoping to pull out the beautiful red tones in the kit. Like, that's why I chose red. It did come with, I think, silver, but I just wasn't really vibing. Was it silver? I think it was silver. I wasn't really vibing with the silver. I wanted to pull out the red, and I think the silver would have kind of neutralized it a bit too much for me. Whereas I want this kit to be vibrant and exciting, so that's why I pulled in red. So anyway, we're gonna see how it turns out. I'm not 100% confident, but I'm willing to give it a go. So I'm going to zoom this out, I'm going to switch to voiceover, and then we will get started. Hello, it's voiceover me, and spoiler alert, red looks fucking fire. So I'm really happy I stuck with my guns and decided to change up the foil, because as you'll see if you watch to the end of this video, it looks incredible with this kit, and I'm just so happy overall. So I love it. Just wanted to go over a few things before I start. So I am going to do a voiceover, obviously, for the rest of the base portion. I'm not going to film the day by day for this week, just because I feel like it is kind of, it takes away the fun and enjoyment and relaxation I get out of planning, and makes it like stressful and, I don't know, not as fun. I think I've come to a happy medium of filming the base, because I really don't feel pressured when I film the base. I put the camera on, I turn the light on, which I turn the light on anyway, and the camera is already set up, so I just press record and I do my base. Now that I've got my ideal camera set up, it wasn't that easy beforehand, but now that I've got my ideal camera set up, I'm really, like, there's no issue with filming the base. I think personally the base is like my favorite part anyway. It's my most exciting bit of the spread. Obviously I love doing the day by day and like finishing off a spread, of course, but my favorite part is putting down the base and just seeing how the foil and the kit like come together and get laid down. So I'm hoping you guys won't mind too much if I'm not filming the day by day. I'm not going to do it every week. I just need to not do it every week, because otherwise I will stop filming and I'll hate it overall. But I'm really going to try and film at least my bases, so you can see my creative process and how I put together a spread based on the colors of the kit, the foil, and the full boxes and the art. So hopefully that's a happy medium. As I said, it really works for me, and also doing a voiceover for this sort of style of video also works for me, mainly because when I try and film and talk, I just fuck it up every time. Like, if you watch my videos where I talk through, 9 times out of 10 I will make a mistake and end up ripping up my paper or sticking something in the wrong spot and having to try and fix it, or just because I'm like concentrating on talking and what I'm going to say, I'm not concentrating as much on planning. And then that also takes away, like, my hour of putting down my base each week is time that I really enjoy. It's time that I can just fully relax, like, enjoy planning and just really get into it. And when I'm too worried about talking, it just takes away from that. So I'm really hoping that this is a happy medium that kind of suits, you know, everybody. It obviously suits me, and I hope it's still entertaining to watch. In the voiceovers, I'm going to do a bit of a mix of like doing question and answers and talking through what I'm actually doing. And this one, I thought I would explain my planning story, I guess, and how I got into it, and like from then to now, and a bit of a timeline, because I often get questions about how I got into it and things like that. And then I also got a question on one of my most recent videos asking me when I swapped to memory planning. And I just thought it would be a good time. I don't think I've ever really talked about it too much on YouTube. I might have gone into it on Instagram, but I don't know, I just thought it would be a good thing to kind of talk about as I'm putting the base down, and then I'll kind of, if I see something of the footage that I like want to talk about, I will talk about it. before I start, I've just noticed, actually, I will say, I decided to split up the glitter headers. So in the kit, you can see it's like blue, pink, green. But I really have, as I said in the intro clip, I'm really trying to negate the two blues because I just don't think they go at all with the kit. So I tried to split up the blues in the glitter headers because I feel like otherwise they look way too similar and I just didn't want them right next to each other. So I mixed up the order of the glitter headers, which is, I do that sometimes, and it's normally when the colors are too similar, like if it's two pinks, two browns, two whatever, and for some reason the shop kind of puts them right next to each other. I can't do it. I don't like the look of it, so I mix up my order. So that's what I did in this spread, and I'll keep doing it if the colors keep getting put next to each other. So yeah. Alright, so let's get into my planning story. So it starts off in, I want to say, 2014. So I used to be really into like beauty guru makeup videos, and you're probably wondering, Emma, what the hell does that have to do with planning? But I promise you it's not related, but for me it is. So one of my favorite YouTubers that I used to watch is Nicole Guerrero. And in one of her videos, when monthly favorites videos used to be a thing, they used to be my favorite beauty videos to watch, like when you'd watch them do what they loved for that month. And she did a monthly favorites video. I don't know what month it is, I honestly can't remember. And she she went over an Erin Condren life planner. And I was so obsessed with it. Like, I have always been into like stationery and organization and that sort of thing, but this Erin Condren life planner was something that I had never seen before, and I was absolutely intrigued. And then it probably took, I reckon that would have been towards the end of 2014. And then by the time that 2015 rolled around and it was May and it was time to buy a new planner, I had decided that I was going to buy one. And I honestly think I watched that video of Nicole Guerrero's probably at least 15 times, just watching the clip of the Erin Condren planner because I was so obsessed with it. And then I fell down the rabbit hole of obviously other people using that and like Pinterest, and there really wasn't an Instagram community or a YouTube community. Obviously, some stationery and organizing YouTubers like did review them, and I would watch video after video after video, and I was so into it. But obviously, being in Australia and her being a US shop, it was going to cost me about 120 Australian dollars in total to get the planner, like pay shipping and with the exchange rate. And it took me about 8 months from seeing that first video to deciding to do it. So anyway, in May of 2015, I purchased my first Erin Condren life planner. It was back in the day when there was only like the one color scheme, and it was the monthly colors. Like May was like purple, April was pink, June was like blue, July was navy, like, if you know, you know. So that was my era when I first started. I got my planner, and I remember the first thing I thought of after watching, I think, 1,000 unboxing videos was how, I couldn't believe how small the planner was. I didn't, like, I remember getting it out of the box and I'm like, is that it? Like, why is it so small? I don't know why, but in my head it was like an A4 size, which I think is not letter size. I don't know what A4 is in the States. Sorry. But I remember thinking this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Anyway, it obviously turned out fine because I'm still using that size today. But it took about a year from there that I was making my own stickers and buying from local Australian shops. I wasn't using kits or anything like that. I was making my own stickers and using bits and pieces to create like themed weeks, which you will have seen if you've watched my planner flip through series. I have quite a few videos flipping through old planners, so if you're interested, you can definitely check those out. But yeah, it was a time. There was some interesting spreads in there. And so that was for a year, and then I used my first ever Scribble Prints Co kit, which was the Hello July monthly. And I remember being so excited because I was set that I really wanted to buy like the Hello monthly because that's what I was seeing everywhere. And it was the first month that she decided not to do glitter. She did like watercolor instead. And I was so upset because all I'd been seeing for a year was this glitter like theme, and then the month I decided to buy, she changed it. But anyway, I ended up buying the watercolor, and if you want to see it, I've got videos up of that spread. And I bought the watercolor kit, and I also bought her 4th of July kit from that year. And that was it. I was hooked. So that was the year of like the July 2015 through June 2016 planner. I was hooked. I also used a glam planner kit that same year, no, because I used my first glam planner kit the next year, which was not long after she started. I used her first ever kit, which was called White Bridal, and I used that, and then I also used I used a few of her first ever kits, probably in the year of 2016. And then from there, it gets a little bit muddy. Like, I can't remember exact months and years and that sort of thing. I can't remember where I started my Instagram, but it would have been probably 2017, if not 2018. And then I switched. This is what the person asked me in the comments. I switched to full memory planning in the end. I say the end of the planner. So April, May of 2018. So I have always been somewhat of a memory planner because I just don't have that much to plan. Like, I don't have kids. I don't have like hobbies that require like sports or anything. I just didn't need to plan ahead. So I found myself putting in like work for the week and then like bills and stuff, and then just having all this empty space anyway, even when we did no white space back in the day. Which I probably should have mentioned as well. So I was a no white space planner at this stage too, which again, you can watch my videos if you want to see how I did no white space, but be prepared, your eyes might bleed because it's absolutely ludicrous. But the time that I swapped from being no white space to white space, and the time that I swapped from being kind of partly plan ahead, kind of partly memory planner, was the same time. And that was as I said, April, May-ish of 2018. So I decided I was seeing all these really cool white space spreads, and I decided that I wanted to do that, and I no longer wanted to put in stuff ahead of time because, as I said, I know when I was going to work. I didn't need to pre-plan as such. And I wanted to fully memory plan instead and actually document my days. You will have seen, if you've watched those videos back in the day of no white space, a lot of my day was actually empty. Like, I'd put in a full 5 thing ombre heart checklist and then only fill in maybe one of the hearts. So I wasn't really using the planner at all to its full capacity, and so I decided to change to white space and actually document my life. My mum has always been an avid scrapbooker, and to an extent, like, I used to do it with her when I lived at home. So documenting and having memories to look back on has always been something that's important to me. Obviously, planning is different because you're not actually including photos, but you are probably including more little details about life, which I love. So that change in 2018 to really focus on memory planning was something that was really important to me, and obviously something that I have still continued to this day. In this time as well, again, I'm not 100% sure on the actual years and months and stuff, but I also tried a whole lot of different planners aside from my Erin Condren. I always had that on the side, but then I tried I tried TNs in multiple different sizes. I tried a B6. I tried a Print Impression Weeks, and nothing stuck as a second planner. Like, I tried an Erin Condren Hourly for a while. Just nothing stuck, and I just couldn't really, I wasn't vibing. So I went back to only having my memory planner and not really planning anything else ahead. Then in the probably the March of 2020, I decided that I no longer wanted to use spiral. I was seeing all these people using rings, and I decided I wanted to jump on that train. So what I did was I literally took scissors to my Erin Condren and hacked it and cut out all of my pages and stuck them in a rings planner to see if I liked rings before committing to buying a planner. So from 2015 to halfway through 2020, I was a academic year planner, and then since January of 2020, I now am a yearly planner, and I like the calendar year. I prefer that a lot more. That's how I like to document my life in years, because that makes sense to me. So that was March, and then I probably used my Erin Condren inserts for a few more weeks before I decided, yep, this is for me. So I ended up printing out. I bought a printable from Jasenia's Printables, and I printed out the whole year's worth of inserts. I found a cloud, Aurostel cloud on the buy sell trade, and I bought that. I've never really been picky about colours or that sort of thing, so I just bought a cheap one that someone was selling, and I have used that for a while now. I went through the whole of 2020 in rings. I loved it, and I decided I wanted to stick with rings in the future, so I purchased the Aurostel inserts for the next calendar year, and I purchased another planner which honestly looks exactly like a cloud, but it's called something else, from an Australian seller, and I thought it was in burgundy, but it actually came and it's like this dark purple colour, which I'm not really a fan of. You can watch I think it's called my 2021 planner lineup, and I go over it more in detail if you're interested. But anyway, I used that for the first bit of 2021. It didn't last long because I didn't love it. I moved back into my Aurostel, which I don't think I said, but I think it's in cashew. It's like this beigey neutral colour, like just kind of a nothing colour, but it works for me. And the other A5 wide planner, the purple one, houses my 2020 inserts. So now we're at 2021. I have purchased my 2022 planner, which is, I think, in my July haul. I went over it, but I will be, of course, doing a video. I haven't ordered my inserts yet, but I will be getting them from Aurostel because I've already started collecting some monthly spreads. And now we are at the current day. I'm in an A5 wide, I memory plan, and I love it. I have probably a bigger influence on foil than I ever have before currently. My favourite part of planning at the moment is pairing foil bundles and kits together. I absolutely love it. I love when I get people message me on Instagram like, hey, I've got this kit, what foil do you think matches? Like, it's literally my favourite thing to do. So that's how my planning story, I guess, has evolved. So I started 2014 watching a Nicole Guerrero YouTube beauty video, and now it's 2021 September when I'm filming this, and I use an Aurostel A5 wide ring planner. So that's my story. I'd really love to hear yours. Obviously you can give me the Cliff Notes version or you can give me the full version. I'm totally fine with that. But I love to hear it. I love hearing when people sort of came in and how they found the community as well. I feel like my story is a little bit of a unique one. I don't know many people who would have come from beauty guru videos. Maybe someone else has. Please let me know if you also have. I think it's an interesting one. But I'm almost at the end of my footage, so I need to wrap up the story. So it's done now. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'd love to talk more about it. But that's my story. So coming back to the kit, I do not think I could possibly have picked a better foil if I possibly tried. I think red did exactly what I wanted it to do. It's pulled out the reds of the fruit and the veggies, like the tomatoes, apples, all that sort of thing. It has brought the colors of the kit to life, and it's not like neutral and beige. I cannot wait to finish this spread, like do the day by day and post it on my Instagram. Make sure you're following that so you can check it out. But hopefully you guys liked this video. It was a very long, chatty, rambly voiceover, but hopefully it was enjoyable for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!